Do you want to heal from your condition or disease for good, but you don't want to use any medications? Do you believe that you can heal through what nature provides, but don't know where to start or how to start? Well, in this video, I'll answer these questions for you, and I will send you in the right direction. Direction to wellness, to vitality, to peace and functionality. I'm going to show you the exact diet I eat, and I'm going to tell you the diet that I put my patients on that want to heal from their diseases and conditions. And I'm going to show you the environment lifestyle that I live and I put my patients on that helps me live in a state of peace with God. So the first thing that I do upon waking up is I will of course use the bathroom and all that. I will start with my getting ready for the day. So roughly the first hour, if it's not a sauna day, because I do my saunas first thing in the morning after my workout in the morning, I will brush my teeth, which is baking soda, coconut oil, and essential oils with a bamboo brush. I haven't been using deodorant for the past couple of weeks because I just didn't need to. Something I noticed is that when I use deodorant, which is just baking soda, coconut oil, and some essential oils, I tend to smell worse. I've just not been smelling that sweaty smell on me when I don't use it. So I haven't been using deodorant, and even if I do, it is baking soda with coconut oil and essential oils. I'll wash my hair simply with just cold water if I don't take a shower in the morning, and then I'll go on to make my tea. So as the tea is preparing, I start my prayers. I'll go outside to get some fresh air, but since it's cold and windy these past couple days, I haven't been going out. But usually I'll go outside and I'll do some prayer, I'll do some grounding, and I'll be drinking my tea, and I'll be getting my sunlight. So if you want to simply start changing your life, this is the one thing that if you don't take anything else from the video, take this one thing from it. Instead of first thing you do when waking up, and waking up is not you just opening your eyes, staying in bed. Oh, I woke up at 8, but you got out of bed at 10. You woke up at 10. That's my definition of waking up, getting out of bed and starting your day. So upon waking up, whatever that time may be, I wake up around 7:30, 8:30, around there. So you wake up, you take care of yourself, whatever. You start ditching all of these other products that you're using, your toothpaste, your shampoo, your deodorant, that have a bunch of chemicals that your body is absorbing, that is foreign to the body, that the body doesn't need and doesn't want, and bringing in toxic metals and toxic plastics and all this stuff, bringing in fluoride and all these very acidic and damaging elements into the body. Instead of doing that, substitute it for baking soda, coconut oil, and essential oils, and start using that. Second, if you can, take a cold shower, or do a sauna and then cold shower, or a workout. Pick one of those to do, or all of them. Third, go outside and start grounding. Take your shoes off, take your socks off, and go plant your feet on the ground, on the earth. I recommend at least 10-15 minutes. If you can do more, that's great. If you can do less, and that's all you can do, that's fine with me. Just start doing that. Fourth, it's getting in the sunlight. Sunlight in the morning is very beneficial. Just like 15 minutes of sun in the morning is very beneficial. So take advantage of the sunny days and go out and get some sunlight. And then fifth is prayer. Prayer, meditation, and getting in the Word. If you start doing those 5 things in the morning, your life will completely change. You don't even have to change your diet. If you put those into play and you start creating those as your new habits, God is gonna continue to open new doors and close old doors. And you're going to be seeing a lot of changes, a lot of good changes in your life. So do those 5 things in the morning, and maybe I'll go more in depth in a different video about my morning routine and how starting your mornings right and finishing your nights right, how beneficial that can be for your life. But for now, so that is what I do in my mornings. In my teas, I will always switch. I will use 2 of my formulas, which yes, I sell them. I don't have a store out yet, but you can email me and message me if you want to buy my herbs. I have my own line of formulas. I'll take 2 different formulas which have 10 or 12 herbs in them, and I'll I'll drink that in the morning and at night. After that, I'll go and go on my computer, see my notifications. I'll do a little work. I'll do my posts that I have to post. And really, I'm starting a habit of starting my days the night before. So I'll write everything I want to get done the day before. I'll do a Bible study and I'll pray before I go to sleep. That's really how I start my day. But then in the morning, I'll do all that I said, my, the little morning routine, and then I will eat. So today I had oranges for breakfast. Well, actually the past couple of days I've been having oranges for breakfast. And usually it'll go like that. Whatever fruit we have an abundance of, that I'll eat. Like last week I had pineapple every single day as breakfast. By breakfast, all I mean is the meal that breaks my fast. So breakfast, break fast. So when I say breakfast, you know that it means a meal that I'm breaking my fast with. Because sometimes my breakfast will be at 2, sometimes my breakfast will be at 12, sometimes my breakfast will be at 10. I try to get everything organic if I can, but it's been pretty hard. Grapes, if I can't get organic, I will wash them. I will wash the pesticides out. Apples, I try to get organic. Even the organic ones, if you can wash them, that would be better. You can just take a knife and start scratching the surface. You'll see the wax coming off. Mainly in the non-organic ones. But then all the berries, of course. I don't eat that many berries, but the berries, wash them, baking soda, vinegar, 10-15 minutes. The main fruits I eat are pineapple, orange, apple, grapes. I eat bananas, and dates and figs, dried dates and dried figs. Those are the main fruits that I eat, especially now during the winter time. But during summer, I'll eat a lot more melons. I'll eat berries here and there. Once I get to the tropics, the variety in the tropics, there's so much fruit in tropics. I love mangoes. I'll eat mangoes. But yeah, any fruit I can get my hands on, and try to find ripe fruit. Throughout this journey of eating fruit, of eating raw, I've learned the ripe fruits and how the fruits look, if they're ripe or unripe. And that plays a very big part in healing. Because if you're eating unripe foods produce acid ash. So you want to make sure you stay away from the unripe fruit as much as possible. But it is very hard if you don't grow your own. We have about 30 fruit trees, but we haven't got any fruit yet. Most of them are like babies. Some of them are just a couple years old. But yeah, try to get from the farmer's market or locally grown. I'll give you a tip. Kroger has the best fruit. In my opinion, Kroger has the best fruit you can get. So if you get fruit, go to Kroger. Okay, and so after my meal, that is when I will start working. If I have a video to record, I'll record a video. If I have emails or messages to respond to, I'll respond to those. If I'm working on a new program or a new product, I'll work with that. We'll have meetings throughout the day and throughout the weeks with my team, and those will be kind of around this time and in the evening. Today I ate around 11:30, and I finished eating the night before, I believe it was like 7:30. Usually I'll finish eating like around 6:30, 7:30. So if I'm doing my sauna days, sometimes I'll do a workout before I do my sauna. So I'll do my workout early in the morning, and then I'll do my sauna and cold shower therapy. Then I'll drink my tea and eat, and then I usually get started later in the day. But usually those days I'll wake up earlier to get that done. But the days that I don't do my workout in the morning, I do my workouts around like 3 to 5. I'll usually find a spot to fit it in, and I'm trying to get better at setting a habit of going on a walk through the forest at least once a day. Usually I do it on my rest days, but I'm trying to set a habit to do it every day. I've been doing more research on forest showers, that's what they call them. Simply just walking in the forest and how beneficial that can be for you and longevity purposes. And I have a forest right in my backyard, so that works out perfectly. If not, I'll go to a state park, and there's some trails there you can always go to. And so I always try to be conscious and aware of what God is doing in my life, because I always live a life of doing the will of God. Recently I started praying this new prayer, I want you to try to start doing this prayer. Because if all of us were praying this prayer and then, applying what the Bible says to us as we read it, the world is going to be a much better place. So this is the prayer. Lord, I ask that you give me the wisdom to do the thing that you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serves the people you have given me to serve. And then Proverbs 3 verses 5 through 6. Lean not on your own understanding, but in all ways acknowledge God. Ask for the plans of God, for his will to be done. So if we all had that same mindset, the world would be a much better place. And so I encourage you to start praying like that. Just, seeking the will of God for your life instead of trying to do things on your own. It is hard. I'm still struggling with it, but now I'm getting to a point where I'm being conscious about, okay, wait, is this what I want to do? Okay, wait, no, Lord, give me your understanding. I don't want to lean on my own understanding. Or when I make a plan and I want to do something, like, okay, Lord, this is what I thought about. Kind of like talking about, like, yeah, let me know how you feel. Like we're doing a business meeting. But I just give my plans to the Lord and ask that he shape them to his will. That is a very important part through your journey. And it wasn't mine. As soon as I switched from praying for things that I wanted and praying, okay, Lord, I want your will to be done. My life completely changed. That is when I found this lifestyle. God showed me this lifestyle. As soon as I stopped praying for what I was praying for, and I prayed only for his will to be done. Literally, all I prayed for was his will to be done. And then my life changed. He opened this door for me. It's just constant. You got to keep constantly reminding yourself, okay, let me not lean on my own understanding. I want your will to be done, because we're nothing without him. Every single thing we have is because of him. So for me, I believe there's no point in try to do things on your own, because the things that I have done because of God and giving my life to him has been, like, the year 2023 has been the best year of my life. And I know this year is going to be so much better than that year. And it's because I'm giving my plans to God. I'm submitting to him and letting his will be done in my life. It doesn't mean life is going to be easier. No, it's actually the opposite. As soon as you give your life to God and you start reading the word and just wanting God to open your hearts, the devil's going to come right in. Jesus says you're going to have trouble in this world. And that's exactly what has happened. Anytime you set your intention on something, disruption will always follow. Look at when God created the world, Genesis 1:1. Simply, it's just a principle in Genesis 1:1. God said it before. One thing about God is he doesn't tell us the exact principle he's trying to teach. That's why Jesus taught in parables. Because people with ears open don't hear, are deciding not to hear, and people are shutting their eyes. That's what Jesus said. And so when they're ready, they will understand it. And so these principles are all over the Bible. And these secrets and these keys are all over the Bible, all throughout God's word. Until God sees that we are ready to see them, he will not let us see them. So that is very important to keep in mind. Stay in your word, stay seeking the will of God, and serving the people that he has given us to serve in a way that pleases him. The next thing that you need to keep in mind is sleep and rest. Sleeping and resting is a very alkaline experience for the body. It is when the body does the most detoxing. And I know a lot of people, especially the more sick people, the more intoxicated and the more chronic cases, they have trouble sleeping. This is what we focus on for those people, is we understand they need to get rest. And of course, we always find different ways to maneuver around that if they can't. But sleep and rest is very important. I get a lot of rest. I'll be completely honest. I don't know if I should be embarrassed or, I'm giving it to God. Like, I don't know. But recently, not recently, like for the past year, I've been sleeping on average probably 9 hours. Sometimes 10 hours. Last night I slept 10 hours, but sometimes I'll sleep 8, but it's usually around 8 to 10 hours. I just won't ever sleep less than 8 hours. I don't know why. Myron Golden says, don't judge me, pray for me. So I'm not telling you to sleep 10 hours, but I think a good 8 to 9 hours works good. More than 8 hours works good for me. But for some people, like my mom, she sleeps like 6 hours, and I think she should be sleeping more, because and I know this for a fact, where during the deep sleep is when we do the most growing, and most likely is when we do the most detoxing. And so when we're in deep sleep, which happens after you're asleep for a long period of time. So if you're sleeping, you keep waking up, like you sleep for 2 hours, wake up, sleep for 2 hours, wake up. It's not gonna have all the effects that a deep sleep could have, a deep long sleep could have. Of course, there's benefits of napping and stuff, but there's no benefit like a deep long sleep. And so sleep is very important. You guys, of course, know that. I know there's so much more knowledge out there about sleeping. Sleep is definitely very important to the detoxification process. And the other thing is having a community where you can communicate. You should be surrounding yourself with people that creates a symbiotic relationship, and where everyone is learning from each other, and everyone can keep each other accountable, keep each other posted, and sharing and learning, but not just learning whatever. It's very important that everyone in that group is aligned with the same beliefs and same morals. It is going to be a lot harder to heal when your body is disrupted and stressed, when there's arguments, there's strife, and there's judgment, and there's just where you can't be real with each other. You always have to realize that the devil hates family. The devil hates where people come together, and, especially if they're spreading the message or just growing together, especially in Jesus' name. The devil hates that. The devil hates relationships. The devil hates when people come together and they actually communicate and talk to each other and grow from it. And when people are humble and compassionate and loving and kind, just wanting to help. And that's what I've been seeing in my life. I've just always been quiet. I've just always been hiding things because I didn't want to hurt other people's feelings. And I've been always forgiving and forgiving and forgiving and forgiving. But it has come to a point where you just gotta let them go. At least try it. It's not forever, but you've never tried it, so just try it. And so being around a community with people that have the same values as you, and you can talk with, you can communicate, you can help out, and you can be helped, that is very important. And then that is communication, being around like-minded people where you can talk and be yourself and be you without feeling like you're being judged. And this is a part where I'm growing in a lot, but I would like to share it because it's something that I'm applying to my life. And it's hard at first, but I know it's gonna get much better. I just have to continue to make it a habit. Just communicate more. The devil wants you to overthink and worry and then never get your message out. But again, lean on your own understanding and give it to God and pray and ask. As long as your intention is there to change, God will see that. He will come to the rescue like he has always done in your life. And then last but not least is living with the bigger picture in mind. Our goal as Christians is to bring the kingdom of God on earth just like it is in heaven. And so one of the most important things to keep in mind, our life here on earth is just a preparation for where we are going, where we are spending our eternity in. Don't be afraid of death. Jesus already conquered that on the cross. There's no reason why we should be scared of death. The only reason you're scared of death is because you didn't fulfill the mission that you were put on this earth to do. And you know deep inside that you didn't fulfill that mission. God has a purpose for everyone. But if we don't go out and fulfill it, we will never be fulfilled. And we will never be satisfied. Look at what Peter said. He said, I ran my race, I'm ready to go home. And I'm paraphrasing, something like that. Right there, God is telling us through Peter, when he finishes his race and he has fulfilled his purpose for which he was sent for, he is fulfilled, he is happy, he is ready to go. Don't be scared of death. And the way to not be scared of death is to live a purposeful life and fulfill your purpose. Live according to the will of God and the purposes of God. Because our time on this earth, we again, is only getting ready for our time in eternity, which is eternal, infinite. Because if you're just in constant stress and fear that you're gonna die, especially if you have a condition or a disease and it's fatal, and the doctor tells you you only got a couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months to live, don't take that. A mere human does not have the ability to tell you when you're gonna die. God has the ultimate say in when it's your time to leave this earth to go be with